Welcome everyone to the Channel of Holdings week of E3 coverage.
Today we're going to be covering Microsoft and Bethesda.
Yeah!
And right now, because of Microsoft and Bethesda, we're playing Halo. Specifically, Team Crazy Teal. And I know nothing about this.
I think it's like Capture the Hill, maybe? Oh, but the hill probably moves.
I can see that. I mean, that would be one crazy hill.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, so, E3 was last week.
Right.
And, you know, it was a really good show.
Uh-huh.
I'd say it's probably one of my favorite E3s so far. Part of that reason would be Microsoft and Bethesda.
Right. Yeah, they had a great combo this past week.
They really did. We'll start off with Bethesda. Hey, Monkey.
Uh-huh.
What did you think of Bethesda's conference overall?
Overall, I thought it was pretty cool. I like that they put like a lot of time just in straight up like, here's the gameplay, watch, enjoy.
Oh yeah, like it's rare that you get just straight gameplay for a good 10 minutes.
Right.
And for every one of their games, it was just like, all right, here's gameplay. Here's what the game is. All right, for the next, 10 minutes, we're gonna just chill and hang out and talk about this game while playing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they showed Doom. They showed what else did they show? I mean, there was one small game that they kind of showed that was, I'm pretty sure it's just a small little indie game. Oh god.
Okay.
It was near the end.
Oh, Fallout Shelter.
Yeah, Fallout Shelter. There was just a small little game. It was super important.
Yeah.
And I've been playing it.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, so I'm normally not too into mobile games. Like, I've tried some.
Yeah.
But partially because they're like, get on board this Fallout hype train and, like, join in on this mobile game.
Heck yeah. It'd be like, and also, like, most mobile games aren't very good.
Right.
They're also, like, free-to-play is something I kind of hate.
Okay.
Because it's always handled very poorly,
right.
Except for Riot Games.
Uh-huh.
They so far have been the only ones who have handled it pretty decently.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, but this one is really good. I mean, you don't have to buy anything. The only thing that you have an option to buy are lunchboxes, which just give you some really nice, just some nice perks that gives you some caps. I've bought one. It came with a random hunter dweller person.
That's cool.
Yeah, she came with power armor.
Nice.
And a rifle.
That's pretty awesome.
It was awesome. She is my explorer. So yeah, but obviously their huge game was Fallout 4.
Right.
What did you think of Fallout 4?
So going into it, I wasn't expecting much. But when I actually saw it,
yep.
There were some things in there that were really, really cool. Like having recorded different, enough lines so that if you have a common enough name for your character,
oh yeah,
they'll just say your character's name, which is that's awesome.
Oh yeah, that I love because it's one thing that's always bothered me in games.
Right.
Is I name my character, and there's voices. However, they never directly say your name. Right. And that's one thing that's always bothered me. Mm-hmm. So to have that now is pretty awesome. It's not going to be every name because
that's
that would be
possible.
Ridiculous.
Right.
But it is the most common names.
Yeah.
Which I'm hoping, our names will probably be in there.
Yeah, probably.
It'd be hilarious if Monkey was a part of that.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I'm going to have to test that when that comes out.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, I don't want this. No, too late.
Yep. Just go with it. Just go with it.
It's like, I'm sorry. I didn't want to, cause betrayals again.
Right, but there were a couple other features that were also got me excited about Fallout 4.
Was it the insane weapon customization?
That I was into, but that wasn't really what sold me on it.
Right.
I saw that and I'm like, yeah.
Was it the insane facial customization of your character?
No. That was also cool,
yeah.
And I think that's a way more intuitive way to like tweak the face rather than having like these tabs and just pages of sliders.
Oh, yeah, you just, for those of you who haven't seen it, which I don't know why you're here if you haven't, you grab a section of the face you want to change, and then you just start sliding it around and moving it. So it's like, I want to change the nose. So you reach out, grab the nose, and you start augmenting.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. I'm super excited for this. Was it the awesome power armor?
The power armor also got me really into it, but that wasn't the thing.
Alright. Was it Cosworth saying your name?
No. Also awesome, but not the thing.
Alright. Was it the pretty cool graphics?
No.
Alright. I got nothing. What was it?
Oh, it was the base building.
Oh, yeah, that little feature.
Yeah, they're like, oh, hey, you know what you can do now? You can build your own settlement, like, put things in buildings, make buildings.
Heck yeah. That was one of the features I was just like, okay, that's awesome.
Right.
Just because, base building is something that's, not always in games.
Right.
But having it there is going to be so much fun.
Oh, yeah, that's super cool. Like, that's something I really wanted out of Fallout 3, was like, if I get enough caps and, like, people respect me enough, why can't I just have my own town built up around me?
Exactly. I mean, that would be awesome, just to be like, I have my own town. I own everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it looks like Fallout 4 is going to allow me to do that.
Exactly. I mean, for me, it was the weapon customization.
Uh-huh.
Next would be, the insane base customization that's basically the same level of detail.
Right.
Because you have 50 base weapons with 700 different mods.
Yeah.
You start with a pistol. You can end with, probably a laser musket.
Also, laser muskets.
Also, laser muskets are a thing.
Super excited for a laser musket.
Yeah. So, there were other games at Bethesda. However, the big one was Fallout 4. It was the only one of their conference that I was super excited for.
Mm-hmm.
Were there any other games at Bethesda overall that you were like, alright, that's a cool game, or I would, potentially buy this or watch a Let's Play of?
Ooh. Not particularly. I'm sort of in passing interested in Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah?
Just because I'm a fan of the Elder Scrolls series in general.
Oh, yeah.
And I haven't actually seen much, if any, coverage of it. Like, I haven't watched a Let's Play or played it myself.
Yeah.
So I'm sort of interested in what happens with it and to see how it turns out, given that it's coming to console. But...
Yeah. Which should be, it is out now.
Right, yeah.
So if you guys like it, you should go play it and make a Let's Play and then send it to us.
Yeah, let us know. Because I'm genuinely curious about what this game's like.
Yeah. That's it. And then I'm passively interested in Doom.
Okay.
Just because of the Forge mode, I mean the map creator.
Yeah.
It just looked really intuitive, really in-depth. Like, you had a lot of freedom in it.
Uh-huh.
And it had programming stuff in it as well.
Yeah.
Which is, you could place a set of armor, which in Doom is very important.
Right.
And if they trigger that armor, it'll spawn an enemy. And I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I believe I just killed myself.
That's super cool. One thing about that they said is you could make like a single player map, a multiplayer map, a co-op map.
Yeah, a horde map if you could do. Like, there were a ton of things you could do. And I love that it's like, hey, here's a multiplayer map. Here's a co-op map. Here's a snickerdoodle farm.
Right. And so I'm like, so I wasn't otherwise super interested in Doom just because it doesn't look like my kind of game.
Yeah.
But that in particular I thought was really cool. Partially because I'm a huge fan of player-created content.
Oh, yeah. Like, I mean, that's one of the reasons you love a lot of the early access games that allow player-created content.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh god, what was the one that you were obsessed about for a while?
I've been through so many of those. I don't even.
They built the
know.
UNSC, the Pillar of Autumn.
Space Engineers.
That's it. Like, that one is insane.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it looks really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, was there anything else that was worth mentioning for Bethesda? I mean, there was Doom,
Right.
there was Fallout 3, there was Elder Scrolls Online.
Uh-huh.
I honestly can't remember what else there was.
Right, I think there was some other thing, but it's just, compared to those three, like,
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like it was a big deal, whatever it was.
No. It was just kind of those were the three, big ones for them. I was hoping for Prey 2, but there was no Prey 2. So
Right, yeah.
I believe they've officially said that's dead in the water.
Okay.
It's been unmentioned for so long
Uh-huh.
that it might as well be if it's not.
Right.
So, yeah, I enjoyed it. It was their first conference ever.
Uh-huh.
I thoroughly enjoyed it because it was very meaty. There was a lot they showed, and it was just like, hey, here's what we're working on. Here's a half-hour demo of it. And by the way, it's coming out November 15th of this year.
Right. I think that was a really important thing, is they're like, it's not just something you can hopefully get later, which is a theme of the rest of this
Exactly.
conferences.
Like, a lot of the there were mini games where it was like, all right, coming out in 2016. That is all.
Right.
Or, quarter one of 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Because this year looks packed.
Right.
Next year, the first quarter of next year is packed.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, we got, Oculus coming out. And, although Fallout and Oculus would be interesting.
Right. Yeah, no, that could be really cool.
Yeah.
That could be an interesting experience.
Exactly. So speaking of Oculus,
Uh-huh.
they had a team up with Microsoft
Oh, yeah.
where every time you buy an Oculus, you get an Xbox One controller. And
That's pretty cool.
I would say after, I've pretty much switched from PS4 to the Xbox One.
Uh-huh.
I like the Xbox One controller more than the PS4 controller.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just really good. But speaking of Microsoft,
Yeah.
a long segue. Microsoft conference was on Monday
Right.
last week.
Yeah.
They opened pretty strong with Halo.
Right?
They closed with... What'd they close with?
Gears.
That's right. For them as a company, I'm sure Gears is perfect.
Right.
For me, I don't like Gears.
Right, yeah, I can see why people would like it, and I had a fun enough time playing the first one, but it's not the franchise for me.
Yeah, no. Me either. Were there any... There was one major surprise for me
Okay.
at Microsoft. I'm not sure if it's the same for you, but HoloLens.
Right. Oh, yeah, no, that, I was not anticipating that at all.
No. HoloLens, for those of you who don't know, it's not virtual reality, which, as those of fans of the show may know, I'm not a fan of.
Mm-hmm.
But augmented reality, I super love.
Yeah.
It looks awesome, and what it is you can see your normal world, but it overlays digital images over things. So, right now, we're staring at a wall, or it's directly in front of us, and to the left of us is the TV. We can just grab that screen and pull it over to the wall.
Should be pretty awesome.
That would be. So now, no longer are we stuck with a 55-inch TV. We can have a wall TV.
Yeah.
It can be How I Met Your Mother all over. But what they did was they played Minecraft,
Mm-hmm.
which is now owned by Microsoft.
Yep.
And they basically, they were playing on the wall at first and was like, all right, that's really cool. And then they pulled it over to a table.
Right.
And it was a fully three-dimensional world on a table.
Yeah.
It's hard to describe, but it was awesome.
Mm-hmm. It was exciting.
That was probably the biggest highlight from their show for me.
Okay.
Was HoloLens, just because I love augmented reality, and it just looks so good.
Yeah, no, it was really cool.
Yeah. Were there any... What were the big highlights from Microsoft for you?
HoloLens was definitely up there.
Yep.
I also was really into Sea of Thieves.
Oh, that looks so good.
Right. Yeah.
Sea of Thieves looks amazing. It's from Rare, the people who make good games.
Right.
Like Battletoads. Alright, that wasn't a good game.
Uh-huh.
But I love it. And, Viva Pinata.
Yeah.
Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah.
And now they have this ridiculous... I don't want to call it an MMO yet.
Okay.
Because we don't know if it is or isn't.
Right.
I know it's a shared world.
Uh-huh.
Might as well be an MMO. I mean, Destiny is.
Right.
So... But it looks really cool. I'm hoping it's like, all right, this person is the driver. This person is the navigator. This person takes care of that. There was a game you mentioned that does that.
Oh, yeah. Guns of Icarus.
Yeah. I really hope it's kind of like that, where everyone has a job, and at one point in the video, they force someone to walk the plank.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. If they did something like they borrowed some ideas from Guns of Icarus, like for the way how this works,
Yeah.
I'd be all on board for that.
Oh, no, it looks... That would get me. Because, it just looks so fun.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely.
So colorful, and pretty much after Assassin's Creed 4, everyone just wanted a really awesome pirate game.
Right, yeah, like the assassin stuff is cool, but really, if you give us some more of that pirate stuff, we'll be on board.
Just let us be a pirate and we will be all over that.
Yeah.
So I know we're playing Halo,
Uh-huh.
because it's Microsoft.
Right.
And that is their flagship title.
Correct.
Halo 5 comes out
Uh-huh.
about 2 weeks or 3 weeks before Fallout 4,
Okay.
which I'm super excited for.
Yeah.
What did you think of their showing of Halo 5?
So they showed off two different things. They showed off the single player and the new multiplayer mode.
Yeah, the new Warzone mode, which is PvPvE.
Right, which is exciting.
Yeah. It's a MOBA.
Yeah.
It's a 24-player Halo MOBA.
Yeah.
I mean, some people may get upset. Some people already were. But let's be honest. It was a MOBA.
Right. Oh, no. Yeah, it was.
Because, I mean, you start at one side. You start going to the other. Your objective... Alright, one of them.
Uh-huh.
The main one is to go over, take bases, and eventually you go into blue base or red base. We're going to go into red base.
Okay.
Because suck it, red. And you go in, you expose the core, and you blow up the core.
Yeah.
Just like League
Yeah.
Legends, just like I'm pretty sure Dota,
Yep.
like every other one.
It's correct.
Yeah. What did you think of the new mode and what they showed as single player?
I wasn't super into the single player just because I felt like they lost me with Halo 4, like narratively.
Really?
Right, yeah, I did not enjoy Halo 4's single player.
Okay, how come?
It just felt like, I don't know, it may have been a combination of like the new enemies, which I wasn't really fond of.
I was not either.
And like the story was maybe like one of their better written, but
Yeah.
I just didn't enjoy it.
Alright, no, that's understandable. I enjoyed it. I felt it was the strongest of all the stories.
Right.
Just, it was well written, it was well executed. But yeah, it was the other things about Halo 4 I didn't enjoy.
Right.
So yeah.
I am excited for the Warzone multiplayer type though.
Oh yeah, that looks amazing.
Yeah, that looks fun.
Other than it's a MOBA,
Okay.
and you enjoy the MOBAs.
Right, I do enjoy me my MOBAs.
What really got you into, like, what did you like about Warzone?
What I enjoyed about Warzone was, in addition to it being a MOBA, was the idea that you also have these like tactical objectives to go for.
Yeah.
Like it's not just go down lane, destroy enemy base, win, but you have all of these like secondary objectives you can go for that all contribute to that big goal.
Oh yeah, like at one point you could go after a general hunter.
Right.
And he was like red and all burly and beefy,
Yeah.
like hunters are.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. I mean, you have different generals, you have different objectives, like the guy who comes in a banshee, and you gotta take out his banshee, and then you gotta take out him.
Right.
It looks really cool.
Yeah, or if you want vehicle support on your side, you have to go and you have to take a base to get it.
Yeah, you have to take the garage, which is in the center,
Yeah.
and you can spawn Freckles.
Yeah. Just pretty cool.
Yeah, I love Freckles. He's awesome.
So, assuming I didn't know what Freckles was, or I had a friend who didn't know what Freckles was.
If you had a friend who didn't know who Freckles was, I
Uh-huh.
would recommend watching Red vs. Blue.
Okay. Alright.
And once you do, you'll understand the awesomeness of Freckles.
Alright then.
Yeah.
What did you think about Halo 5?
I thought the single player that they showed was kind of weak.
Right.
I personally, the only thing I like about Team Osiris, which is Locke's team that
Okay.
they showed you play as Locke,
Mm-hmm.
is that there's Buck,
Right.
who was who's my favorite character from ODST.
Yep.
It's played by my current favorite actor, Nathan Fillion.
Yeah.
Who is an awesome person.
Yeah, for sure.
And that was pretty much the only thing I liked about the single player they showed.
Okay.
I'm much more interested in Blue Team.
Okay.
Who is Master Chief's team. It consists of Linda, Kelly, and Frederick.
Right.
Who are arguably probably the 4 best Spartans of the Spartan 2s.
Yeah.
But, we didn't really get to see them.
Mm-hmm.
So, it happens.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So, yeah.
Were there any other standout titles or things you saw?
Yes.
Okay.
There was Fallout 4.
Right.
Was back on the Microsoft
right,
stage.
yeah. Fallout 4, sticking around.
Sticking around. And what it was... The big thing that they announced there was that all the mods that people create on PC will be free and on the Xbox One as well.
Which is huge.
It is a massive thing that people have been wanting forever.
Right.
Like, basically, since Morrowind on the Xbox.
Yeah.
We've been wanting mods on consoles.
Correct.
Because PC, you jerks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I love you PC people, but you're kind of a jerk.
It's just because we have the fun toys.
it's the whole, for me, it's the PC master race mentality.
Yeah, but that's yeah.
That's what bugs me the most about it.
Right, but that's getting into stupid things like console wars and stuff.
Exactly, and I don't participate in console wars because I have all the consoles.
Right.
And I have access to a PC, and I have a Mac.
Yeah.
I play everything because games are awesome. And I don't see the point in all this inner fighting.
Yeah.
But now we get the mods.
Yeah.
Which was, for me, along with HoloLens, mods on Xbox One was probably the 2 biggest things.
Uh-huh.
And having mods on Xbox One makes it so much fun, which extends the life of Fallout 4 on Xbox to the same amount of life it'll have on PC.
Which is substantially longer than they have been in the past.
Oh, yeah. Like, I still played Skyrim for years after it was released on console.
Oh, yeah.
But I would have played it for much longer had I had it for PC and had mods.
Mm-hmm.
I would have kept playing forever.
Yeah.
Because Skyrim was a lot of fun, and there were, like, new quests people could add, there were new weapons. Like, if you look at some of our Epic Friday videos with Neppa Jr.
Right.
We have a Saiyan holding a lightsaber who turns into a demon from Bleach.
Right, and is the owner of a spaceship.
Who is the owner of a spaceship? Mods.
Yeah, that's not in the vanilla experience.
No, and that's coming to Fallout 4, which is so huge, and I am so excited for Elder Scrolls 7. Or no, yeah, well, I am excited for Elder Scrolls 7.
Right.
But the next Elder Scrolls after Skyrim
right.
that is not online.
Yeah.
That if they allow it for... Oh, yeah, get the tank.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a Wraith tank. It's
get a real tank.
Okay.
It makes me excited for future games.
Uh-huh.
That since the Xbox One is basically a PC.
Right.
It crashes like a PC. It plays games like a PC, pretty much.
Uh-huh.
Except, it has 3 operating systems running at once.
Yes.
Which causes issues.
Yep.
But the fact that, they announced early access stuff
uh-huh.
with the preview games.
Yes.
Which I'm not a fan of early access.
Okay.
I'm not sure how you feel about early access.
I think early access can be fine.
Yeah.
I think it has potential for abuse.
Oh, yeah.
But I think there's also some really great things that can come out of it.
Exactly. I mean, there are great things that come out of it. I mean, Minecraft came out of early access.
Right, exactly. And that's pretty awesome.
Exactly, which is why I'm glad I bought it when it was $10.
Yeah.
But, great things can come out of it. And I feel like Microsoft is kind of copying what Steam and PCs are doing.
Oh, yeah.
Considering they are the PC market.
Right. Yeah, they are.
Exactly. You play PC, you're playing on a Microsoft system.
Right. Yeah, you're not... I mean, Macs get games, but it's not the same.
No, it is not. We can't even do all the same mods PC does.
Yeah, exactly.
Like when we tried to do our Minecraft LAN, and it's like, all right, let's go to the moon. But sorry, that mod does not work on Mac. But the Pokemon one did.
Yes. And again, that just says, like, this is why it's so big that Fallout having mods is important, because, like...
Exactly. And PC has held the mod things over our heads for years.
Right.
And now we get it.
Yeah.
Starting with Fallout 4, which is the best game to start it out with.
Oh, yeah, no. Like, a Bethesda title is typically one of the most modded games.
Exactly. There's no reason not to.
Yeah.
And then, part of that, like, one thing that makes me excited that mods are coming and early access is coming, even though I don't like it, you got owned.
I did. I just got run over.
Is that Steam just announced a refund policy for digital games.
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And, you know, since Microsoft is basically copying Steam and, you know, their PC market... Rockets!
Yeah, I was not expecting the rockets.
No, is that digital refunds might be coming to the Xbox One eventually, too.
Ah. Yeah, that would be really cool if they did that.
Yeah, they had a lot of really big things.
Yes.
At the conference, mods are coming to.
We didn't even mention backwards compatibility.
Yeah, like backwards compatibility is a thing.
Right, which is huge.
Yeah, it launches this holiday. It's out now for preview members.
Yeah.
I am not a preview member, even though I want to be. So those of you who have who can invite me to the preview, the gamer tag is Y as Wolf. It's capital W's, 2 words, space in the middle. We love you.
Yes.
Forever. But, like, it can play 360 games natively.
Right.
It's running a full 360 emulator.
Which is awesome.
Oh, yeah, it's great. Like, I can finally... Like, I sold my 360 to buy a PlayStation 4. Which I called Blood Money.
Right.
And then the president of PlayStation said it's forgiven, so it's fine. And then I got an Xbox One for Christmas, and I love it.
Yeah.
And now that I can go back and play Mass Effect again for like the 8 millionth time, like I can play all the way through. We could do an endless with the entire Mass Effect series. Because you never played 2 or 3.
I played through a little bit of 2, but yeah, nothing really
play
substantial.
Enough to say you played it.
Correct.
Exactly. So, I'm excited for backwards compatibility. We have now early access. We got mods.
Yeah.
Microsoft, like, nobody thought mods could ever come to console.
Right.
Nobody ever thought backwards compatibility with 360 was coming to the Xbox One.
Yep.
Early access, no one even thought of that as an option.
Yeah.
Like, nobody even asked for it.
But now it's a thing.
Now it's a thing. And it's out now with Elite Dangerous and one other game that I can't remember. One I wasn't really interested in, so I come and forgot it.
Right, yeah, I forgot it too.
Yeah. And one other surprise for me was Ark is coming to the Xbox One.
Yeah, I'm super excited for Ark coming to the Xbox One.
I had no idea what Ark was.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
Oh, yeah.
Never seen it. Monkey showed me a Let's Play.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is the game I always wanted that I didn't know that I wanted.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's another game in... Oh. It's another game in early access, and like it's currently going, decently strong on the PC for an early access game.
Oh yeah.
And now it's gonna be coming to the console.
I'm excited. Like we have a really good way to describe this year's E3, but we're gonna have to wait till Friday for how we're gonna describe this year's E3. But
correct.
Man, this so far Microsoft thing was just. It was super strong.
Yeah.
It was probably my favorite of all the conferences.
There was very little of, like, we have to talk about this for corporate reasons. It was instead mostly, like, this is just going to be a string of video game announcements, trailers, and gameplay footage.
And features, and also the future of HoloLens.
Right.
You love us. Like, I feel they're no longer on damage control like they were with the first announcement.
Yeah.
Like, this, I feel, is like, this is what the Xbox One is. This is what they're pushing it for. They're trying to make this, long-term, the best console.
Correct.
we'll talk about it later tomorrow, I believe.
Right.
With Sony. Yes, tomorrow with Sony. Where, I don't feel they're innovating as much as Xbox is.
Right, yeah, no, there's just sort of like, this is pretty good.
Yeah. So I feel that it's going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm super excited for Xbox One's future.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good.
Yeah. So we hope you enjoyed our thoughts and feelings of Bethesda and Microsoft, and you join us tomorrow for Square and Sony.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they got some big announcements too.
Mm-hmm.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.